You have just left your doctor's office, you're holding your lab results, the numbers are all there, and you have absolutely no idea what any of them means. Healthcare is great at generating data, but it's terrible at making that data useful to the people it's about. Patient portals are digital filing cabinets. They show you numbers with no context, no story, no history. Your lab from January, your prescription from Mars, your specialist notes from June. They're all disconnected. And when something is wrong, you don't know what to ask and whom to ask. The answer to this problem is PulseOS, a clinical decision support system that turns your scattered health records into living intelligent pictures of your health. You might wonder why not just use a chatbot, because answering a health question the right way isn't one task, it's five. You need to parse the patient's health records, sort them chronologically, identify trends, cross-reference medications, pull clinical literature, and synthesize all of that into something a real person can act on. Hand all of that to a single model at once, the reasoning falls apart. So instead, PulseOS uses multi-agent architecture. So first of all, the CSV file is uploaded, and what happens after that? The duplication is removed if there is data duplication, and the files are uploaded chronologically with respect to the time, and the CSV file is converted to the JSON file. Okay, so in this step we create a clone of the patient information, and now this information is provided to this centralized supervision agent that is like the brain of our all the agents. Now we have 7 agents here, and this coordinator of the 7 agents, this passes information to each agent, only the information that is needed. For example, this is the medical document agent. It extracts the clinical parameters from this JSON record. It extracts the clinical parameters. Then the medical knowledge, it takes the difficult language of the medicine and converts it to a normal layperson language. Then the longitudinal health agent, it analyzes the patient's complex history and gives the data according to the trajectory. Then there comes the medication intelligence. It evaluates the doses and interactions. It red flags if there is a contradiction of the medicines. Then there is a doctor preparation agent. It prepares what questions to ask the doctor based on the report. Then there is this follow-up agent. What it does, it monitors critical lab limits to see what needs repeat testing, and it gives outputs such as 8 to 12 weeks follow-up window for the another test. And then our last agent, medical research agent, what it does, it searches the NCBI PubMed database, and it gives links to the scientific papers as like evidence-based summaries. Now this connects to our centralized supervisor, and then it gives the final report. Now if we come to the GitHub repository of PulseOS, we'll find the link. If we click this link, we'll land on the web app, and I have deployed this web app using the Vercel. If we load the demo profile, we'll see some results here. But let's say we want to upload our own data, our own CSV data in this section. Here I have generated data using other AI, and that is in CSV template. So I'm going to upload those data one by one. I can upload them one after another, but here what we will do, we'll upload all the 5 together. After all the data is launched, you see, you can go here, you see the timeline of the data, how it's launched, when was the test taken. All the data files will be there. In the left side here, you'll see which things are critical, and then which is normal. And if you scroll down, you'll see there is different medications that are given at different times. Now we can add medication here in this text box, or this is taking the medication from our list. We can run the medication safety scan. You see, it says these medications are risky. This is not safe to take all like together. The combination is risky. Here in this section, you see which part are in risk. See, all the parts of this human is in risk. Heart is critical, liver is critical. So according to data, this will show the different colors. Now if we come here and ask agent, let's say we want the doctor brief. I want to know what question should I ask my doctor. If I click here, it will collect our AI agents. It will talk and give us the required data. It will give us the verified information, like what question should I ask my doctor. Well, I can ask a custom question also. Let's say, as you can see, it has generated the answers for us. So yeah, this is how this method works.